So we're back at Thomas's house, to Chateau Thomas.
Do I have to be French?
No, I guess not.
What is the weird Germanic version of Chateau?
Oh, I don't know. I took French.
Burgess Thomas?
You sure?
Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah. Hello.
We're going to talk about delicious, bold, complex American light lagers.
It is the most clear thing I've drank other than water in a very long time.
It is very clear. We're drinking Miller Lite.
L-I-T-E.
Yeah. Very American.
Ugh,
spelling of light.
It is. I haven't drank a Miller Lite probably since the Light Lager Shootout on the Whiskey Wednesday podcast.
Oh, yeah?
In which case we did 13 different lager type things, and I think I won with 5 out of 13.
Oh, yeah. I was going
correct.
to say, it's trying to guess which one's which. That's impossible.
It was a nightmare. So,
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm going to drink this.
I used to drink a lot of Miller Lite when I lived in Kentucky, just because, I don't know, people I hung out with drank it. It's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Boy, that's not as bad as I remember.
Yeah,
It's good. I think it helps that it's out of a can. I think that helps. Maybe I didn't like it out of the Vortex bottle.
But Tetra hops.
I thought
Light is irrelevant.
I thought this was, we were talking before this, I thought Tetra hop, for some reason in my mind, I remembered it being triple hopped, but only like, it was triple hopped with like Sapphire, which is really shit hops.
Oh, yeah.
But Tetra hop is an oil? Did you say?
Yeah, it's like an extract.
Okay.
But it prevents skunking, so.
I don't mind that for this type of beer.
For sure, yeah.
This is technology making things better.
I don't know if, like, Newcastle uses, I think Newcastle has to, because they're those clear glass bottles.
They don't taste great. When you get Newcastle in cans or on draft and it's fresh, it's way better, but...
Are they skunky, though?
They're not skunky.
Yeah, they're not really skunky.
Which is amazing.
They're just old.
They're just really dusty.
Yeah, that's a different problem.
Yeah.
But they're not skunky. They're not like a Heineken.
Well, that's a good point. I never thought about that, but maybe that's the case, because my phrase in college with my buddy was, Nuki Brown won't let you down. And it never did, because it was never great, but it was never bad.
Yeah.
It was just always kind of there.
For somebody that like I was never into like really hoppy beers, you know, I'm into them now more than, you know, I ever was.
As I said, you were always a stoutsman.
Oh yeah, I love stouts. But yeah, like when I would go on float trips, you know, before craft beer was readily available, I would take Boddingtons on float trips because it's in cans and it's a nice malty brown beer.
Sitting out on the river, it's 10,000 degrees if it was a 1.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drink the finest English pub ale out of the can, by the way.
Out of a warm can.
Warm can. That widget starts going, and you're like, "Fuck you! I'm drinking you out of the can."
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, that was my float trip beer for years.
Wow. How did that work?
Yeah, it's fine.
That's a ringing endorsement I've ever heard of. Yeah, it's fine. Okay.
I wouldn't do it again.
But you wouldn't not do it again.
Yeah, if somebody handed me one, if I'm in a kayak, I'll drink it.
If you're in a kayak, somebody hands you a Boddington's, if they can fucking find it. Oh, hello, old friend. It's gonna be like a dark soliloquy where you're just thinking about all your poor decisions on the rib. So what do you want to talk about here? Because this is just as neutral as I remember.
Yeah, there's not a lot to it, which is,
I would say,
the idea.
It is.
This is the goal.
If you want to drink 15 beers, this is the one for you. The style. I will say this is better than the value brands. Like I guess I'd rather drink this than Natty Light.
Sure.
But I can't say I care. Maybe I care about the extra 50 cents per beer than I care about the increase in quality.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, like they're all pretty much the same. Like, and it doesn't do any good to tell people that. Like, for some reason, like your light lager drinkers, like they're the most
They're zealots.
brand loyal. Like, no, I can't drink Natty Light.
What are you, fucking crazy?
I'll drink fucking Busch Light, sir.
Sir.
Out of bottles exclusively, because I don't like those cans. They make it taste different somehow.
Are you telling me not to head to the mountains? Because I feel like that's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
That's a good point. They're a very, very brand loyal and have...
They act like there's a difference.
And also, they're doing it, and they have the least amount of cause to do it.
Well, yeah.
Of anything.
Yeah, because they're going to drink this at 34 degrees. Nothing tastes like anything.
This would be
cold.
This would be like somebody being fiercely loyal to a certain brand of skim milk. Like, sure you could, but like, no, I only do Dean's. None of that private label shit. You want me to drink Schnucks skim milk? How dare you? This goes against my family's tradition.
I don't get it.
I don't either. We're drinking this fairly warm, and it's good.
It's fine. I mean,
I feel like if I drank a Natty Light or a Busch or something like that at this temperature, it
would not taste good.
It would not. I think in my mind, the transferability of like one lager to another largely resides around the fact that it needs to be about 34 degrees when I'm drinking it.
Yeah.
That temperature, who cares? You give me varnish, it'll probably taste good.
Yeah.
So
that's why people love those like chilled Jaeger machines, because they can pound Jaeger and not really taste it.
As a person who still enjoys a Jaeger, just had one 2 days ago.
I'm not opposed.
3 days ago. Oh, my new favorite, which is basically Jaeger in a smaller, more bitter form, is I've been drinking a lot of Underberg lately.
Oh, don't even get me started on the Underbergs, dude. Nate showed me that they're back in town, and I've had like 5 since then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because they showed up at my place, too, and I was talking to Tony. I was like, Tony, you got Underbergs? He's like, yeah, they're back around. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I never thought you'd bring these in.
New Brewery Rockwell. It's the house shot. Underbergs. It's 1 for $3 or 3 for $8. I was like, honestly, it's not a bad thing when you're drinking a lot of craft beer to kind of settle it down.
Dude, they're amazing.
They're great. I don't know what they are, but they're great.
They're so deliciously disgusting.
Oh, it's not the best tasting thing you'll ever drink, or the most pleasant like drinking experience actually drinking it, because it either goes very slow if you're drinking out of the bottle, or you have to, like, for lack of a better term, jerk off the bottle into your mouth for anything to happen. But I'm deeply enjoying it. But this, I don't mind this. I don't mind Miller Lite.
It has a little bit of flavor.
It's a Pilsner as opposed to a lager, which is basically the same thing.
It is.
Basically the same thing, but that's fine.
It's got a little bit of like a corn kind of flavor.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to drink it.
I mean, I taste things though. When you let it warm up, it has a flavor.
It has a flavor. Do you need me to talk about the homebrewing aspect of this?
Yeah, is this a good beer? It doesn't seem like this would be a great beer to homebrew.
No. If one of the kits that we sold the most of, like homebrewing, like extract kits, was light lager. People are like, I'm gonna homebrew beer. I'm gonna brew the exact same thing I think I've been drinking for 40 years, but I'm gonna do it way worse.
Right, without any of the know-how.
Way more expensive, and it'll take way longer.
Yeah.
This is like a thing. This is like a commodity. Like, you're never gonna make a better light lager than what's being produced.
This has been
perfected.
Yeah.
Miller Lite, Bud Light, sure. The other problem is to make one of these properly, you need to use a lager yeast. To use a lager yeast, you need to be at lager temperatures, which means you need a fermentation chamber that goes down to like 36 degrees. It's also known as a fridge, but unless you want to put a 5-gallon brew bucket in your fridge, you need a second fridge.
Yeah.
And that's where I kind of always disconnected. They made safe lager yeast that was like, it was a lager yeast that fermented at like 70 degrees or 60
Oh,
degrees.
that's bullshit. 70 degrees, that's like Saison temp.
It's like basically what you get an ale at, right? And it's like, you could do that. So this is one that I never really attempted because it really was, to me, wasn't worth the end product.
For a myriad of reasons, you never attempted this.
But even if you did, or you want to attempt this or a Pilsner or something like that,
yeah,
it was a hell of a lot of work to get a beer that wasn't going to be as good as a light lager here. Or if you're going to do a Pilsner or a traditional lager, you're not going to make a better one than Budweiser or Pilsner or Kellen. You're just not going to.
No.
They're perfect. So you're going to spend a hell of a lot of time to do something worse.
Yeah.
And that's the thing that never made sense to me, because one thing about homebrewing is you'll never make a beer that's so bad you can't drink it. This would be a style where you're going to get close to testing that maximum, because with a stout, you make a stout, you can hide your crimes a little bit. And
for sure.
Okay, this isn't.
That sounds very forgiving.
It sounds very forgiving, and if you're like, oh, this isn't really what I wanted to, you go with a little vanilla extract in the end, all of a sudden, vanilla stout.
Yeah.
Boom. Fucking nailed it. Other ones too. You can hop something, and if it doesn't taste good, you can dry hop it and be like, oh yeah, this is drinkable. Or a Hefeweizen, the yeast kind of takes over everything, and you're not going to mess it up. This has to be so clear, so perfect, so devoid of flavor. It's hard to get only a small amount of good flavor and nothing else.
Yeah.
And that's why it never made sense to me to brew this, because either it's, besides being very, very hard to do, to be able to get to that point, you need a shit ton of equipment.
Yeah.
Which, no. Just go buy a keg of Budweiser for $95.
Yeah.
All the Budweiser you ever need. So that was kind of why I never did it, which I'm kind of happy with.
For sure.
Plus, it's like my least favorite style. But
that's That's why we're getting it out of the way early.
Actually,
least favorite style? I don't know. I bet there's a worse one.
is there?
I mean, this one's so inoffensive that I don't know.
I'm trying to think of a style I like less than this.
I don't.
That Dunkelweizen was not a favorite of mine. That style, not huge on.
Yeah.
Hefeweizens, like bubblegummy Hefeweizens, that would be probably number one on my dislike list. I don't like that flavor profile. But other than that, I'll drink pretty much almost anything else.
Yeah, I just kind of like beer, so I don't know.
I'm
not really into barley wines, so like wheat wines.
Yeah.
They don't really do. They're so sweet and thick
Sticky.
and cloying. Yeah, I don't really dig those, but
like 4 ounces, sure.
But every now and then I get like a barrel-aged barley wine that's fucking delicious. Like that Great Divide, Old Ruffian. There's a barrel-aged Old Ruffian. Those are quite tasty.
That'd be down my alley. But then again, I don't want a 22 of it.
Oh no,
it's a lot. That's a lot of Old Ruffian to get through.
Nate and I tried to drink a Deal with the Devil together. It's like a cognac aged barley wine.
Perfect. Let's put something even stickier.
Yeah, it's in a 750, and oh my god, it was the hardest. It was like 12 and a half ounces a person, and it took us probably an hour.
No.
And it was so sweet.
Oh, good.
Oh my god.
So it's extra warm by the end.
It was rough. That's like a $40 bottle of beer too.
Yeah. Oh, perfect.
Because it's aged in cognac.
So it had everything. It's borderline undrinkable.
Everything you want.
Made you feel like absolute shit. It cost a lot, and you regretted it. Let me ask you this about light lager. If light lager were a type of movie, what type of movie would it be?
I think it would be like a big blockbuster used to. Like what I'm doing for my pairing, I'm pairing Bud Light with Avatar because it's
showing,
crowd pleasing, and there's not a lot
there.
There's not a lot there.
It foreshadows exactly what it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, that's a pretty good movie to pair with it.
You know what's funny? I'd never seen Avatar before like 2 weeks ago. I avoided it.
Wow.
I'd never watched it.
And your thoughts?
It's fine.
You're right. It is fine.
I don't feel like there needs to be 4 more of them.
No. God.
I feel like James Cameron's gifts could be best used somewhere else. Because he makes great fucking movies, and he's going to make Avatar movies until he fucking dies now.
Yeah, because he doesn't have enough billions of dollars or whatever. Okay, there is if you ever get a chance, on Netflix, the Jerry Seinfeld Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee.
Yeah.
There's an episode with the guy from Mystery Science Theater, Joel Hodgson.
Oh, yeah.
At the very end, they talk about Avatar. And the guy, the bad guy, the military guy,
yeah,
as they're commencing that airstrike on the tree, he's having a big cup of Joe.
Yeah.
And the jokes they make in there is like, that's what he needs to get up in the morning before he can go rain hell down from on high. He needs something to get him going before he can start murdering people.
Yeah.
Is a big old cup of Joe. But he was the best part of that movie. He was the most complex character.
Well, my whole thing was like,
you have characters that have played 2 characters and they're less interesting than that one character.
Yeah, I get that dude, Sam Worthington?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I get that he's supposed to be kind of bland, but he is like Miller Lite bland, dude.
What is he most bland in? Avatar? The Clash of the Titans movies. Have you seen those?
Oh no, I didn't watch that one. What do you mean those? Are there more than one of those?
Oh, there was a sequel, friend.
Holy shit.
Clash of the Titans and Wrath of the Titans, friend. Or Terminator 4 Salvation, which I think I remember you saying you haven't seen.
Yeah, I avoided that one.
He's in that too. Okay.
Of course he is.
So he's there.
Yeah.
Ooh, or the one where he's a man on a ledge. You see that one?
That's a movie?
Oh yeah.
I've never heard of that.
It was Man on a Ledge. He plays an ex-cop who was framed for a crime, and then stands on a ledge threatening to commit suicide. And then it's, for some reason, it turns into a heist movie against Ed Harris. It's amazing.
I don't know that one.
Oh, it's something else. Elizabeth Banks is in it. She's probably the best part. So put that one on your list.
She's good.
It's a piece of shit.
But yeah,
Avatar.
I don't understand why they need to be there. Like, why they have to take ships to the spot. Like, they're like a very advanced military force. They can just fucking bomb that from space.
That's a great point.
They don't need to go anywhere close to there.
Why did they
risk their lives?
Why did they need to fly a sortie to get there? That's a good point. Don't they have
they have like a Death Star or something somewhere, right? Like,
or even like artillery or some sort of missile.
Sure, you can't tell me they don't have that.
You didn't need to be that close.
No, they're right there. Unless it's just more fun that way.
I also like that What's-Her-Face from the Fast and Furious movies was like the voice of reason in the military. Like, I can't do this.
Oh, Michelle Rodriguez.
Michelle Rodriguez. She walks away. This is and they've got like that bald
what do you think we were going to do?
Oh, they got the bald military police guy who's in everything as her gunner. Like, what are you doing? I got to get the lead out. God. That's awesome. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's
and also like, so there's this unobtainium.
I am.
Oh god, that makes me cringe.
I have a lot to say.
So it's under this big tree, right? Just do like There Will Be Blood move and come in at an angle. Like drink their fucking milkshake, dude. You can just dig under.
Are you talking about the Burns Drilling Company's side slant drill?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like there are ways around it besides genocide. You know?
You know what?
Just fucking think about it a little bit.
Put that down on your tombstone. Hey, look, there's ways around it other than genocide. Oh, that's fantastic.
There's almost always another way.
What would be a case where there isn't another way?
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
but I'm not letting you off the hook. No.
No? I'm sure, I mean... Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, we get in trouble.
All right, I will let you off the hook.
There's probably a situation where, you know, that's the other way. I don't know. I just don't like to be definitive.
By the way, I like how I'm trying to get you in a gotcha situation when you're going to be able to edit this later.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll just cut this out.
I did open up this one, the Pilsner Urquell, just to give you a side-by-side. Now, this is a little bit heavier. It's not a light Pils, but just kind of a little comparison. Because this is probably my favorite, what I'd term light beer, even though this isn't real light. I mean, you can even see the color.
Yeah, these are a lot darker, yeah.
A lot more bitter. Yeah, a lot more bitter. A lot more newsy. Holy moly. Yeah, but I like that better just because I find that more interesting, even though it does have a little bit, the bitterness does taste like a European skunkiness a little bit, but still, I prefer that over something that's boring. But it's not like Heineken Green Bottle Skunk.
Yeah, you can taste the things that are in there, though. Like, you can taste the hops, and you can taste some malt, and it's got character, you know? There's something there.
Okay, I'm sorry. I tried to make it around here. All I wanted to talk about Avatar.
That's fine. It's fresh in my mind.
Okay. What did you? I'm just gonna ask you a series of questions about this. I'm sorry. I'm running point now. I'm running point. Here we go. This is an interview with Dustin about the world's most foreshadowing movie. What did you think about their tentacle sex?
I was into it.
Okay, cool. Next question.
It wasn't as good as like Mass Effect tentacly sex.
Oh yes, that's true. That's what it is. Okay, so who is your least favorite human character in the movie?
I don't know. Most of them were not really character. Can't recall any.
Was it Sigourney Weaver?
No, I like Sigourney Weaver.
Giovanna Ribisi.
Giovanni Ribisi is very ridiculous.
Was it Sully? That's what's his face? What's his name? What's the actor's name?
Oh, Sam Worthington.
Sam Worthington's.
Jesus, that guy is.
He's so nondescript. Sam Worthington's like guy he ships in with, like the nerdy.
Oh no, I didn't mind that guy.
You didn't mind him?
No, because he was like, well, he's like, you know, he worked so hard to do this, and then this fucking other rando dude,
this chucklehead comes in
and steals his thunder. Like,
I'm just a Marine, man. Okay.
I don't know. Like I said, there wasn't much to any of them, so
I take it back. The most interesting characters were either the guy who needs a cup of coffee to kill everyone, or Zoe Saldana, who, even though she was CG the entire movie, she was a real shit. She was by far the most interesting.
Yeah.
Hard. I also like the quick death that Michelle Rodriguez got. She defects to the other side, like fights with the natives. For some reason, she's in her helicopter gunship thingy with war paint on.
Yeah.
And
her ship has war paint.
Immediately gets shot down.
Does she? Did she die though? I don't remember her dying.
I don't remember seeing her after she got shot down, so
That's
I'm assuming maybe there was a whole Black Hawk Down rescue situation. I don't know.
Maybe we're gonna find out in a couple of years.
In Avatar's
or whenever the fuck those come out.
2 through 5.
That's gonna be an onslaught.
God damn. Do you think they'll have subtitles in the title? They'll be like Avatar 2: the next generation.
Oh, I think that's a requirement.
I would. If you
can't just call it Avatar 2.
No. If you had to guess right now, which of the next 2 through 5 is gonna have the worst extra title?
They're all gonna be pretty fucking bad.
Avatar 4: The Quest for Peace.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one.
I mean, I don't know. Avatar 2 Into Darkness. I just want to put other.
Ooh, Avatar 2 Electric Boogaloo.
Avatar 2 Down and Dirty Havana Nights. I really like this. Avatar 3 Rise of the Machines.
Yeah.
I could go all night with this. This is fantastic. I'm going to say number 4 has the worst one.
Avatar 4.
Avatar 4, Revenge of the Clones.
Revenge of the Fallen.
Revenge of the Fallen.
I don't know my Transformers movies, but that's probably the fourth one.
That's the worst movie I've ever seen in theaters.
Yeah.
It was Junior was close, but Transformers 2 was bad. Unwatchable.
I think the worst movie I saw in theaters was An American Werewolf in London. No, not in London, in Paris. In London, it's a great movie, but in Paris, it's so bad.
That's not great.
I loudly heckled that movie in the theater, and no one tried to stop me.
Everyone's like, turn around about to. Oh, he's right.
Like, yeah, you can.
God, he's on point again.
Yeah, me and my buddy Bob loudly shouted at that movie.
Boo!
No one even gave a shit.
I like
It's
that.
so bad.
Well, I mean, did it really need a sequel though? There's just a lot of things like, did it really need that?
I don't know if it's really technically a sequel or if it's just another werewolf movie.
Oh, spinoff.
Yeah, I don't think it's really related to the first one. It's just werewolves.
For some reason, all I can think about is Universal Soldier 2. I mean, what I thought was Jean-Claude Van Damme needs another paycheck, so he's gonna bust out.
Oh, was he in 2?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he was in the...
Unfortunately,
Because they made a lot of those, right?
they went on for a while.
Yeah.
And I want to say 2 had, maybe it had Goldberg in it? I think it had Goldberg the wrestler.
Sure. Sounds about right.
Yeah. If it didn't, I want to see this movie. Someone make it. All right, that's all I have to say about Avatar. Unless and this, what was with play this? Oh, light lagers, got it.
Light lagers. Yeah, see how easy it is to just
Well, there's not a lot. To talk
lose
about
the thread on those? Yeah.
There's just not a lot to talk about. So whatever. All right. Well,
Yeah, a lot of my episode was, like I said, just talking about advertising. Because that's kind of the main... That's the kind of the main thing with them. Like, that's
Yeah.
the big...
what I don't want to rehash what you talked about, but I mean, what was your favorite advertising for light lagers? Your favorite campaign?
I don't know. I really liked the ones I liked were not light lagers. I always liked the Bud Ice Penguins.
Yeah,
Like the
I was
Bud
about
Ice
to say
Penguins,
that. I like the creepy murderous penguins. I think that was my favorite.
which I did mention in the Icebox episode. Yeah, I talk about commercials, and I talk about because I talk about Bud Light commercials, and I read just famous campaigns that they had, and then I pose a question. Name. Let's see if you can do this. Name a Miller Lite commercial from the '90s.
Miller Lite commercial
I can name
from the 90s.
like a dozen Bud Light commercials from the 90s or early 2000s. But
I feel like maybe the Miller Lite commercials maybe did something with a supermodel. Maybe I'm thinking of Pepsi. Is Cindy Crawford an option? I
don't think so. I don't know. I had nothing.
Yeah, I'm pretty good with this, but
what the fuck was Miller Lite doing that whole time?
Bitter Beer Face? Was that Miller Lite 90s?
Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
As close as I can get.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.